In April of 2010, my mother, the adventurer, was off on a two and a half month trip to Europe. In the middle of the trip, middle of the ocean, she had a stroke. The woman I see today as my mother is a totally different person. She's the shell of who she used to be, and it's been very, very emotionally devastating. I don't even know if she knows my name, and I don't think I want to know that.
Both my parents have been diagnosed with dementia, and yeah, it's tough, and they're progressing at different rates, and it's interesting to just see how devastating the disease is. And you really don't know from one day to the next, from 1 hour to the next, how things are going to go.
My husband is the youngest of 13 children, so a lot of his siblings don't even live in our city. We haven't had really any family support, and we are the only ones in the family providing caregiving to my mother-in-law. So it can put a strain on us if we aren't able to get a caregiver last minute to come so we can go out for dinner or make sure that we can be at our children's events, and it does pull us apart. I am a younger caregiver, and my mother-in-law is 82 years old. And so being a mom to 2 young children and a mother-in-law who is experiencing dementia can be very challenging to balance those roles.
Basically, any of my free time that I wasn't teaching, I was, with Mom. And as the disease has progressed and she's aged and started to go downhill, and the services that she's receiving have increased, I've tried to back away a little bit because it's just been too much. Often I tried to hide how I really felt. I'd be maybe I felt like I was screaming on the inside, but being all calm and put together on the outside. And I found it difficult to ask for help.
Caregiving can be very stressful, and it certainly, for me, takes more of a toll on my physical body. I found that the biggest effect has really been on having enough energy to take care of myself and maybe to do those extra things that maybe I would have done with my family and with my kids.
My dad sleeps probably 23 hours out of a day. And this was such a vibrant man. And I came to visit, and I was poking at him, trying to give him a reason to get up. And he opened one eye, and I said, hey, what you thinking? And he looked at me and he says, you know what? I don't think anymore. You go through the anger, the denial. Yeah. It's just, everybody's different, but it's almost like you lose them a little bit at a time.
It's been depressing, and sometimes, it's easier just to go into yourself and kind of leave the real world out, because it's just easier.
About 3 years ago, we moved them out of their home. They were needing more care. Mom needed more help, and we were using different services to come in for respite. And so with Home Instead, it was nice when we eventually got together with them, just in terms of the reduction in stress.
I would say I've covered the whole gamut, from anger, resentment, sadness, depression, mourning, to more lately a sense of contentment and a happiness in seeing that my mom's being well looked after and that she's safe, and I believe she's happy.